It's world famous. Yeah, I said it in my Mr. Magic's voice. It's world famous swag in the morning. I'm your brother Prince Creek.
And I am Lady D.
Lady D, tell the good people, the good family members what swag means.
Swag means say with amazing grace.
And morning do not mean daytime. It means new hope, new beginning, freedom from being in the darkness. And today, stage is yours. We always have to bring you into the light. It's world famous swag in the morning. And welcome to another episode of The Stage is Yours. We are really kicking in with our first 1-year anniversary, and I'm excited. Clap, 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 clap. Yes. So how's everybody doing out there? Lady D, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. You're accessorizing with your accessory there. Let me just move the mic here so people can see your accessorize. Okay, accessorizing. Lady D is always accessorizing with her hold on. If it's not her glasses, it's her accessories. All I get is a t-shirt. That's all I can get to switch up. So what's good, Lady D? Election just passed?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. I voted.
I did too.
Okay, I know I was with you.
You said it like you didn't, like I didn't know. I'm just saying.
I just said I voted. That's it.
Okay.
I didn't say anything wrong with you voting. You know, here's the tripping, right? Like I'm really, truly, I'm on I don't care if it's Democrat or Republican vibe, because really it's about us winning. It is about whoever is going to support the Black agenda. And I'm saying that because we have a lot of catching up to do. We have a lot of things that we should be getting moved forward. And so, if you're a Republican, if you for the Black agenda, then I'm for you. I'm not going to front, man. I'm tired of just going all blue because, that's what we do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, lady? I recall, and I really appreciate you going in and saying, you know what? I don't know who's that person, but I tell you right now, I'm not just going to vote just anybody. And I understand where you were coming at with that.
Right. I mean, I just think it's important because, we see people out in the open and in the front, and they tell you, all of these things that they're going to do, and that is for some, it has been just talk, and they get into office and there's somebody different. So, voting for me now is a lot more strategic in my older years than it was in the beginning, because again, you just see these people around when it's time to start voting. So, and then, they come out and they're this and they're that, but show me what you've done behind the scenes. Do it when you're not in office, put your best foot forward when you're not running for something. And so I think it's just, it's important to just pay attention, do your research and see what they about, what's their agenda, what matters to them,
I agree. I agree.
I mean, don't get it twisted. Voting is definitely important. If you don't vote, you really don't have a voice. You have no say so about who's in the office, what they're doing, what they're not doing, because you didn't get out there and vote. So, when that opportunity comes, whenever it's time to vote, get out and vote.
Get out and vote.
Get out and vote.
I agree. First, I got to say this before we get any further into this anniversary reunion. The stage is yours, however you want to call it. I got to send a shout out and a salute to my brother Knowledge Born and Trina Tyson. They and Owen and Big Sis, what I mean? And they broke ground in Patterson, New Jersey. Yes. Do I got a hand clap, lady?
I don't know. Oh, yes.
My brother hanging around with Knowledge Born, packing gats in our book sacks and adding on. I am so happy. He had a conversation with Knowledge this morning, and the first thing he said is, "Hi, sis. Hi, baby girl."
Aww.
And he's always loving on us, and they have a mixed unit, affordable housing development that is breaking ground right now for the family members in Patterson, New Jersey that will be struggling to make rent. His company and his brother-in-law and sister companies combined is a great force. Going to do a facelift to Patterson.
Hey.
A mixed unit. Retail in the bottom, apartments on the top, looking so
Yes.
magnificent. Salute to my brother who's living his name.
That's right.
He's living his name.
That's
I'm so
right.
proud of him, and I'm so proud of my sister in love, Trina.
Yeah, you know what's awesome about it is that I wish everybody knew his story, and I think that we should actually
Okay, so
bring him on.
okay, so when he listened to this, he's gonna say, "Did you talk to sis about?" No, I did not. Knowledge. I said this morning, it's important now that me and Lady D show off our family members.
You know what?
Show y'all off.
And the thing is that when you know the history behind somebody, when you know somebody passed and you see what they're doing now, it offers hope. It's not to put your business out there. It's not to to throw any kind of shade. It is to let the people know that, you know what, if I came from this and I'm here now, if they knew his story,
if they
knew what he went through in life, and it just will blow your mind. But I wanted to just say to him and his beautiful wife and his brother-in-law, you know what, y'all do the doggone thing. I'm so proud. I am so proud to be connected, because it gives me hope that, you know what, one day that our dreams are going to actually manifest in the land. And I'm so glad to be able to, see his dreams,
Yes, I was in tears this morning. I got on the phone with Kay at maybe like 8:30. And he answered right away. And this, the crazy thing about it is, we made a vow, right? A pact that we answer each other's calls. If we're in a business meeting or whatever, we text.
Absolutely.
And he said, man, big bruh, we call Arnold, suit and tie, scene. And me and Alice Bourne, we said, suit and tie always told us to rub elbows, and rest in peace, my sister Val, his mother and his father, they're my godparents. Rest in peace. And I said, they're looking down on you, smiling. So if he can do it, trust me, lady, like you just said, if y'all saw the videotape to Knowledge and to his life, you would never want to give up. You would never want to give up. And he's coming to the SWAC.
He is.
The stage is yours. Knowledge Bourne and Trina Tyson. They're coming to the stage.
They are coming to the stage. Absolutely.
Lady D, we got the SWAC book club.
Yeah.
Right now, I want y'all to really start off by this. Go to Amazon or hit Lady D and myself up. Her book, When I Woke Up, 21 Days of Releasing and Restoring, is on Amazon, and you can hit us up for a special edition. It is a book that you need to have now. Right now, and I say, with all that's going on in the world today, just hearing true testimony, hearing someone's real story, I'm telling you, you crazy, dope. I ain't gonna lie. You ghost writing for people. You doing crazy things. You writing books for people. Trust me. I know what you're doing, Lady D.
Listen, all I have to say is God is amazing. God is amazing. And the thing is about my book, When I Woke Up, it was just meant to be a little diary. It was a simple diary. I was angry. I was so angry.
Shout out to Kevin Sadler for letting us use his room to write this book.
Yes, I was so angry, but God, he does things so strategically. And you know what? The book, I would say, is really for me to look back and say, you know what? I can do that, because I didn't really believe, never did I think that I was going to write a book. It was just that thing. I was writing as a diary, and it was supposed to be a secret between me and myself and I. God knew exactly what he was doing. And when I remember writing the first page, and I slid on the floor after you left, I slid down on the floor in tears.
Wow.
And I looked up, and when I slid down, I slid in front of a mirror. So when I looked up and I saw me in a very, very ugly state, but it was an ugly state. It was a vulnerable state, all of this stuff. And God says, now I want you to turn it around at the end of the chapter. I want you to turn it around. Now I want you to encourage somebody. And so that's how it became. He says, I'm going to give you a book, and it's just going to be 21 days. And by the title, you would think it's a devotional. It's not really a devotional. What it is that it took me 21 days to release everything that was in me, and then 21 days for him to fill me back up. So every day I released, the day, every day I release, he gave me something. And I just wanted to, share it. He says to share it, but it was 21 days.
I love it. I'm one of the biggest fans to the book. It was our first time doing self-publishing. So it was a lot of things we learned from the book.
Absolutely.
The correction of the resolution on the cover, because I did it on my own. Me and Lady D went to no school.
Yeah.
I'm always pushing somebody, telling them to write a book. Shout out to Levi Little. He understand. I've been telling him to write a book.
Absolutely.
Better get that book, Vi. But then I said, you know what? If I'm gonna push people, let me do my thing. So I've got the Hands for Hugs, No Bully Zone, inspired by Jada, because I found a little video in my phone, and Jada was talking about bullying and pulling the strings, and you can't give up, and so I reached out to the lady, to the illustrator, and said, can you copy this picture of Jada? And so Jada just kept inspiring me to write this book. And so the book is really her as the ghostwriter and the spirit, because she really inspired me to write a book. Bullying, there's no place for it. It's an animation book, because I'm big on that animation stuff. So with the Bully Stoppers and all of them other books that's going to come out of us, I'm excited. So we got a book club, Lady D.
Absolutely.
We got a book club. Now, I've read a few books already. We shouted them out before. So many in my head, I can't name them. But right now, I'm about to get into this one. F Father's Day.
You getting ready to read that one?
Yeah, you was getting ready on this?
I was going to read that
I thought you was reading the next book. Release? Okay, so you want me to switch?
Ahead. No, go
okay.
ahead.
So it's a story of reconciliation. It's written by Mike M. Wilkes and Mike L. Wilkes. FEFF, which is acronyms, because we spoke with the author, had him on the show. Father's Day. This is a book that I recommend you guys to go and find it on Amazon and all outlets that is promoting the book. I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to get into it. The back cover looks good. Brother in the suit, very intelligent brother. And it's like different information in here. The book is really nicely put together. Got his mother co-signing, and he wrote the book with his father before his father passed away.
Y'all have to really get that book. If y'all did not see the show, this was an amazing story of redemption and reconciliation. Y'all have to really read the book. He didn't have his father when he was growing up.
Not at all.
But God gave him an opportunity to connect with his father. Not only connect with his father, he had an opportunity to write a book with his father.
Yes.
Before he passed. So amazing. it wasn't that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think before he even finished the book, his dad had passed. So, God has some amazing ways to get you to reconcile. So if y'all can, go out and get that
book. FEFF, Father's Day.
Right.
An incredible book. I'm excited for it.
Yes.
So, lady, what book have you finished so far?
Well, I have, After This, No More Compromise, written by Trenae Douglas. Listen.
How was it?
You know what?
I have to read it.
After This, No More Compromise. And this book is about a young lady who is finding her way. She's finding her way. She's finding, she's on the road to finding love. She's trying to find love, but she finds love in all of the wrong places, all the wrong people. And the bottom line is that she had to find love within herself and God.
Wow.
So that is, she breaks it up. She tells the story about 4 guys. Okay, about 4 guys. Now, guy number 3 made me want to just punch him in his face. I want to find guy number 3 and just slap him. and that's how good the book was. Is that I felt like I was living it in, through her and all of the things that she was going through. So I felt her pain. I felt it, when she had her baby. I felt the love that exuded from that. So if y'all can, please go and get my sis book, No More After This, No More Compromising by Trenae Douglas. I believe it is on Amazon as well. So if y'all can, go ahead and cop
and
that
cop
book.
that book.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you're an author that's coming through, that's writing books, and whatever you want to do, reach out to us. Hit us up, email us at theswaginthemorning@gmail.com, or you can reach us on Facebook at the Swag Media Network, or you can see Lady D, her personal page, Deborah Smith McIntyre, or me, Prince Creed McIntyre on Facebook, and just holler at us if you're writing books. We got a few people in our book club, so many names, so many good people that's in this book club. But in one of the next books that you're going to read, right? Okay.
That's right.
So I can.
You was about to pick it up. You was about to get slapped on your head.
Kim, what is it, lady?
Oh my God. This is called Releasing Me. Releasing Me is written by Kimberly Griffin. Actually, it's written by her husband, Warren A. Griffin.
I love that combination team. We are so big on them super couples.
Right. It's about Kim's life and her story. I mean, y'all have to go get this. I am going to read it, so I can't tell you what it's all about. I mean, I had conversations with her, which made me want to go get the book. So please, y'all go get Releasing Me, written by Warren A. Griffin, and it's about Kimberly Griffin and her life. Amazing story. Y'all got to read it. And if y'all read it with me, we can have a discussion as we go along. So I'm getting ready to start it. Y'all better catch up with me.
It's World Famous Swag in the Morning. That was our book club. We'll be back to have a recap of some of our greatest interviews.
Oh my God.
Some of our fun interviews. It's World Famous Swag in the Morning. I'm your brother, Prince Creek.
And I'm Lady D.
Track by Big Fella, Tracy Vaughn. Tracy, Big Fella Vaughn, get at him for this track. We're back. We are back. So, Lady D.
What's up? I'm trying.
What you trying to do, lady?
I'm trying to connect with
your fans, right?
Viewers.
She got a lot of fans on the low. And I'm not mad at it. You know what I like? And I think I get a little extra excited when my baby girl's coming home. I am not gonna front. I get a little hyped, extra hype, showing off. And so let me calm down. Shout out to VCU students all over the world. She hated Lady D's hating. That's just my baby girl. If she stay home and do school from home.
She's not. It's not even an option. So you could stop speaking that.
All right, y'all. We back. we back. All right, so we got the book club going on. If you're an author and wants to get recognition and plug, holler at us. The Swag Media Network. We're just opening up a lot of doors. We are so big into helping people, help push people into their purpose. Swag Media Network is the home of our show. The stage is yours. Well, the Swag in the Morning with the segment Stage is Yours and Talking Sports and Entertainment with Al Ice Cole and myself. And then we also have Cherie Johnson show, the SNS show. That's here as well. And so if you're looking for a place to have a home and you got an idea for a podcast, get at us. Please get at us because we're a network of pushing people to their purpose. And that's all it is about for us. We building a network. Shout out to Brenda Gilbert, who encouraged us to keep that network going.
That's right.
Push it, keep on pushing it. Shout out to Big Les. for giving us the encouragement
Yes.
that we so need,
Absolutely.
pushing our Swag Media Network.
Absolutely.
So, lady, let's flash back. Now, here's one of the things. I was looking at these clips, and I said to myself, I was really tough on Lady D. I was hard on you, Lady D.
Whatever. You always
And
are.
I felt bad looking at this clip.
You should feel bad.
I felt bad.
You should.
Felt bad.
You should.
The time we was interviewing Holyfield, right? I was being a little sarcastic, throwing little jabs at you every now and then. But one of the things I gotta say, I was super nervous, and it may not have shown. I think if I would have showed you that I was nervous, we would have never got into that interview.
Okay.
Here's where we're gonna go. We're gonna take a trip back into when we was interviewing Evander Holyfield. Now, this is two little new podcasters like me and Lady D.
That's right.
I mean, how in the world we get to nail that? Shout out to Allies Code. That's my big bro for making things possible.
That's
but
right.
if you have a dream to interview somebody, we always speak it in existence. Here's what happened when we were speaking to Evander Holyfield.
Right, but I'm just going to go ahead for the sake of it, right? We have an icon, the only 4-time world heavyweight champion, International Boxing Hall of Fame inductee. Under his belt, there are 57 fights, 44 wins, 29 by knockout, and 10 setbacks. Everybody listen here. I am not even going to say no more because he can do it all by himself. Everybody, we have the real deal Holyfield. Yes!
I'm on the bandwagon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Holyfield himself on the Swag Talk Sports Entertainment.
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Evander Holyfield? What's going on, my brother?
Well, I'm doing good. Everything's great.
Man, look, I'm excited now, right? Because now I got to live with the woman that will roll her eyes at me. And to this day, she said, how in the world did you not see a true warrior, a true boxer, a true warrior, a true boxer, she said. And I felt kind of dumb, right? Because, sometimes we want to think boxing is all masculine. And I had to say, yeah, lady, I was kind of going for Holyfield. And she said, no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
We forgive
No, you wasn't. Me and my brother argued in the house so long. I said, man, he can't beat Tyson. I was caught up in the hype. Now, this is the thing. This is so crazy. This is how we have a connection kind of, right? Don Turner, your trainer, that trained you to do both of those fights, was Lenny Shaw from Patterson, New Jersey, Goodfin. And Lenny Shaw was the owner of the label that I had where me and my godbrother Lee from Blackstreet had a label. And Lenny Shaw introduced me to Don Turner. Don used to go out to lunch. Don, a smooth talking person. He said, people just scared of Tyson, but Holyfield outbox him all day.
All day.
I miss Don. Like, Don is one of those dudes, smooth, man. I'm like, Don is so. And then when me and Rob Artist called Don the other day, we couldn't get him on the phone. I actually wanted him to come up in here, Holyfield. But Don Ben said that. And I was like, okay, Don. Yeah, okay, whatever. So how you been, man?
Everything's good.
So let me ask you something. What is it that you're doing now? Like, I read your bio as far as on Instagram, and one of the things that drew me more to you now was that you put on your Instagram page that you are a man of God. And I know you're a father, but when you put that you are a man of God, that told me that your spiritual walk has increased beyond measurement. So what are you up to right now? What is God planning for your life right now? What direction do we have you going in now?
Well, the big part is just helping the young people, getting them, being able to share some of my experience with them, and being able to tell, pretty much everything that came from me. It was my mom. My mom was the person who ran the house, and my success came through my mom. Just listen to my mom.
Wow. And so Holyfield, let me ask you, man, this is something that I think me and my brother always had a conversation in the house about, and I'm gonna bring him on in shortly after Lady D get all of her thousands of questions out about what she wanted to ask you. But how did it feel, like, really, truly, when you beat Mike Tyson 2 times, right? Right? And I saw some interviews with Don Turner, and Don said people just overestimated Tyson, but then underestimated Holyfield because people were actually scared of him. So how you and Tyson relationship is now, like after those 2 wins, because it was big, you know what I mean? Like, how are you in his relationship? Do you have a relationship with him after?
Yeah, of course. You know, me and Tyson, you know, we were both trying to make the Olympic team, even in amateurs. You know, we were both on the losing squad. That's how tough your United States Olympic team was back in '84. And, you know, I made the team, he didn't. But we trained together, and you know, Tyson was a great student of the game of boxing. I'm saying, you know, he did a lot of great things. He worked real hard. Of course, I worked hard too, but I was older. I was older than Tyson. You know, he was 17, I was 21, and just pretty much, you know, being older and knowing what to expect. You know, I worked hard. I really wanted to make the team, and I did.
Lady?
So, okay, so I have you know, watched you a lot, and so I've always wondered, out of all of the fights that you have, which one was the one that was most challenging? You know, you go in and you know that everyone has trained for this fight, but which one of them were the most challenging for you, where you just felt like, okay, I have to really, really, you know, bring in this one? Which one was that?
Well, of course, the Tyson fight, the first one is, you know, Tyson was so popular that, you know, even some of my family members didn't believe that I could do it. So, you know, I just had to amp it up. And when I did my very best.
Okay.
Wow. You know, that's leading me to my question. Your family, your children. How many children do you have, if you don't mind I'm asking?
11. I have 11.
11.
Yep.
Now, Tyson being all Instagram or social media popular, like going into that fight, like how did your family, children felt? Like, I mean, I can imagine the challenge that they had to go through. How did you prepare them? Like, they have to go to school saying, girl, Tyson is famous. Tyson got the polo. Tyson got people with songs after them. Like, how did you have to really prepare their mindset to go through this? Because I know to this day, they sitting there saying, my dad's the one that won. Why is he popular? So how did you prepare your children, man, to really deal with this, you know, this media, man, this hype?
Well, the big things with, you know, with my kid, I was always letting them know the reality. Reality is that you're supposed to believe that you're gonna win, but everything started off with practice. You know, working hard, doing the right thing. The right thing should leave in you're doing the right thing. Life is about not quit. You know, the fact of the matter, I know that I stood a chance to lose, just like he stood a chance to lose. When 2 people go in there and give their all, you know, you're taking a chance, and you have to have confidence to take chances. Because if you don't take no chance, you're never gonna be successful.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Wow. That was that time, lady.
Wow. If you don't take the chance,
Wow.
you won't be successful.
Wow.
So I'm looking at that, and you know, looking back, you know, it's amazing that the people that we've interviewed, and you know, just how we started out, it was just an idea. Let's go ahead and let's just do it. And you know, and I guess like everybody else, you know, it was just the pandemic had just started, and it was like, okay, now we got to find something to do. And you know, in the pandemic, you find out what your other gifts are. So I think that was just one of the things, and it's amazing to me that we're still going strong. So I'm really happy about that. Now, you know, it was funny because remember, we kept saying, "Oh, he answers the question and that's it." So it was kind of we were
Well,
kind
it
of
was just Silence of the Lamb, right?
Right. We was just kind of trying to figure it out. But what was really going on was that it was confusing him on his end because the screen was moving. So remember, he was just looking at it like, "What's up?" So he thinking that we're not there.
That was funny because
That was
when
funny.
you got the people that's not all into the technical, and I will pull them out, pull them in, and he was looking like, "What's going
What's
on? Are they
going
still
on?"
there?" And when Holyfield was, we asked the question, he'd be silent, and I'm like, "Wow!"
That was
That was my whole pause for the
Yeah.
thing.
You know what shocked me even a few minutes ago watching it when you said how many children do he have and he said 11. I was like, what?
Whoa. I saw it, even right now, you did the same reaction, like, whoa. And the Holyfield, to this day, lady, he sends us morning inspiration every morning. If it's not like 1,000 pages, 1,000 words, he will send some morning inspiration
Yes.
to you. And if you put a thumbs up, amen, he'll send one back to you. And shout out to Evander.
What is wrong with what
I
you
just
today?
can't. Evander Holyfield.
It's just
I'm about to say
Holyfield.
call him an evangelist.
It's just
With all
Holyfield.
the text messages that I get, man, certainly a man of God,
That's right.
a man of his word. When we get him back, me and Al, we were thinking we was gonna wait. We could let him get calmed down from the last fight he had, which I don't understand. All right, so that's another
Yeah,
time.
let's leave it.
That's
Let's
another
leave it for
time
your
we get like
interview.
this. Let me tell you one of the best parts, and I'm gonna get back to that later. We don't have time enough to show the interview with him and my brother Op. But one of the parts I like when we brought the singers in. Can I go to that?
Oh yes, I forgot about the singers. Yes.
Fundisha and Lakeisha. That part right there
That
was
was
really cool.
good. That was
cool.
good. That was good. Good
Let's take-
idea. Good idea.
Let's take a flashback.
He was smart. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Love
Oh my
it. I
God,
love
it's
it.
a knockout, man. Wow. I got another one from you. She was on season 9, BET Sunday Best. Her name is Lakeisha Rice. That's how Kurt Franklin said. Lakeisha Rice. Yeah, I can't, stick to my. That's how I like Joe Clark. Put your hands together, hey, Mr. Holyfield. Lakeisha Rice.
I don't know, this song been on my heart, and we just sometimes we could be down and out, and I just want you to know that better days are coming. They really are.
It feels cold and you feel all alone, but hold on, better days are coming. It can be rough in this world. I know it ain't easy, but hang on in there. I know better days are coming. You'll see good, you'll see bad. You've been happy and sad, but just remember that better days are coming. Friends will leave you all by yourself, but don't cry, 'cause better days
ain't right. That just ain't right.
I just put Holyfield in there. He has the scorecards, y'all.
Yes, he has the scorecard.
And this is his favorite genre of music. Mr. Evander, what?
Well, I would say that is the real deal there. That's the real deal.
Keisha, you got the real deal.
Lakeisha got the real deal. And
I still say that ain't right.
You saying it's not right?
Goodness.
Lakeisha Rice, she was one of the finalists on BET Sunday's Best. Holyfield said, now that's
The real
deal.
Yes. Still,
My God.
Still ain't right what she did to that song. It still ain't right. It just ain't right. It ain't right.
Yo, it was not right.
Her voice is amazing, and the song still gives me, the chill bumps hearing her sing it. So, it's. I always say that, God gives everyone gifts I believe that they can handle. I can't handle being able to sing because I ain't gonna lie, I probably would be big-headed if I could sing, because I would be singing all the time. Like, come on, listen to me. So, he didn't give me the ability to sing. I can do a little bit, but he know that my nerves would jack me all the way up, so I will not get up and sing in front of people. But hey, I'm just being honest, and I'm keeping it real. My head would probably be too big for my own self. So
listen, go ahead and continue to support Lakeisha Rice.
Yes.
On all social media platforms. She has her own app on the Apple Store,
That's
Lakeisha Rice. So, Lady D, here's what I want to play, right? Because I was going through these clips while you were at work, and I'm enjoying my vacation on my time.
Why I feel like you're getting ready to do something you ain't got no business.
The interview we had with Roy Jones. Now, Roy Jones live out in the country, so his Wi-Fi was a little off.
Yes, he kept
But
coming in and out.
you was just still all over Roy Jones, man. And I'm real. I had to ask him this little question.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
sharp out there, man. Like
I put
you guys are like
4 months
really
work.
looking sharp out there.
I put in 4 months of work for that fight, man. I knew I had to be right because you never know what Tyson gonna show up. I mean, they say exhibition, but they say exhibition, no headgear, 12-ounce gloves. This is Mike Tyson. You know how hard Mike hit them skin on 12-ounce gloves? So it's like, this is not an exhibition.
Right.
You out there with a killer. You better get your behind in shape and be ready for this. So when they extended it to 4 months, I'm like, wow, I gotta get in shape for real because Mike gonna be trying to kill you, And so I got in good shape and I was ready for whatever. I mean, I'm glad I was in good shape because if I wasn't, I'd got stopped from a body shot in the first or second round. But I was in good enough shape to take it and wipe it on off. But I felt the effects of it the next 2 days. But it's all good. It's boxing.
Warriors. What was your most challenging fight, Roy, that you had? Now, Lady D is probably a bigger fan. Don't get this wrong. I mean, I love all you guys from Sweet Pea, yourself, Mildred Taylor, like De La Hoya. I'm a fan of boxing. But what was your toughest fight, Roy, coming up in your prime? Like what was like one of the toughest fights?
In my prime, the toughest fight I had was, and I know it didn't look tough because I made it look easy, but it wasn't nearly as easy as it looked. Because to be honest with you, James Toney was the best boxer, skillful boxer I ever faced, I ever seen outside of myself. So that wasn't as easy as it looked. That was the toughest fight I had because there were a lot of times when you had to really go back and regather yourself because he brought different things to the table for the whole 12 rounds. Nobody else ever really did that to me in my boxing career. Don't get it twisted. The toughest fight I had for myself was I had to, after I lost those 25 pounds, I had to come back and beat Antonio Tarver to recapture.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
And that was history making, so I had to do that too. So I did that on sheer blessing from God and heart because God knew I wanted to do it. So God was like, if you want to do it, get up and go do it then. And I had the heart to get up and go do it because that was what God had ordained for me to do. God ordained me to go out and make history. So I had to go do that. That was the hardest time though because I had no energy. I had no strength. I was depleted, completely depleted. And at my probably the most vulnerable stage of my life, my career, which was then, they still couldn't take me out yet. You understand me? So, I must say that was a tough night though.
Still looking sharp out there, man. Like,
Wow.
I put
I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that one. That was a good one.
Me too.
That was
I
a good
enjoyed
one.
it. But I had to ask
Still
him. I had to ask him questions.
sharp out there,
He was
man.
all over. So I had to
Right.
Like,
I put
you guys
I
are
put
like
in 4 months
really
of work.
looking sharp out there.
I put in 4 months of work for that fight, man. I knew I had.
Still looking sharp out there, man. Like,
I put
you guys
I
are
put in
like
4 months of
really
work.
looking sharp.
So I can't find the clip.
That's because you trying to be funny. That's why.
I can't
You're
find
trying
the
to be
clip.
funny.
I'm telling you, lady, you lucky I couldn't find this clip because I would have played it. I wasn't scared of Roy Jones. I wanted to know if he had his own wife and why was my wife all so in love with him all through the show. Roy
Whatever.
Jones this, Roy Jones that, Roy Jones this, Roy Jones that. And I was getting, lady, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little jealous. I was getting a little jealous.
Whatever.
If I can find the clip, you're gonna get it.
Really?
But anyway, I don't think I have it. So you're lucky.
No,
You're really
you-
lucky. You're really lucky.
Whatever.
How
That
can
was
we-
a good one.
that was a
though.
good
That
one.
was a good one.
That was an amazing time.
That is. That
Before
really-
we close out, we get into the closing of this. But you know what? One of our first interviews was with the R&B legend, Tony Terry. And I'm not gonna lie, I was again hyped, nervous. Call him Tony, Tony, Tony. I was just all over, lady, right? You know, and I'm like, I had to regroup, and I'd be like, okay, let me get myself together, you know, and I said, all right, well, let me just get it together, you know. It's just regular cat. I've been around some majors. But it was on our stage. And I'm gonna tell you something. Tony
Terry.
Tony Terry. I was joking. All right, Tony Terry. Let's take a flashback. Stage is yours. We're having some fun. It's a reunion and it's an anniversary. Check it out.
I'm gonna do it for you.
If you outdo this with a
I'm gonna do it
remix,
for you.
man,
I'm gonna do it for you right now.
the world need to hear this song right now, ASAP. Because I play
Here we
it
go.
like it's.
Hey, baby,
Oh, the what?
can I talk to you? Ooh, oh, if I told you I adore you,
Come on, bro.
it would cost me nothing, but it cost me everything. If I could offer you nothing, but oh, my time and patience is enough. There's no price tag on Tony's touch.
Love that.
Ooh, so I text you love letters
Come on.
and send you poinsettias. Count on me to make it better. To be on you and you on me. Baby, baby, baby,
Baby,
baby, baby, baby, baby, baby, baby.
dopest song.
I love you. I was born to love you. Oh yes, I was. And you know that I'm right, that I'm right, that I'm right. I was born to love you. When it's raining outside, don't mind the weather. Because that's where we find. We find forever. Ooh, let's sit, honey Jack, let's roll. What you feeling, rattle out of that roll. It don't matter cause I already know everything that you like, I'm your dream, babe. You're the medicine for my pain. You're the reason that it goes away. Girl, you brighten my day, and I want you to know you're the reason I smile. Baby, 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 baby. Ooh, I love you. I was born to love you. Oh, yes, I was. And you know that I'm right, yeah, yeah. I was born to love you. Oh, yes, I was. Check it. I don't even really care what they're talking about. I still want you. Say what they want to say, but I'm still in love with you.
You got people saying, Deb, stop, you can't sing. Tony killing it. All right.
Yo, that has about to be, that is, yo.
We had fun.
I
You
love
understand?
that
We
interview.
had fun.
That I think that interview, I was, let's see, I that one I don't know, I was so nervous because I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm actually talking to him, and you know, it was just, it was crazy. But you know, we thinking that that interview, we thought we had to be a certain way, things had to be
it was
certain,
crazy.
we had to follow certain guidelines, and he opened up and just came right on in, and it was just.
And that's when we started giving out keys to the Stage Is Yours. We was giving people and artists keys to our house. And so we started, Tony Terry was technically one of our first family members. We just started saying, you're a family member, you're welcome to the Stage Is Yours. You got the key to our house. And we just started collecting family members. Tony Terry, Lisa, Big Les, Holyfield, Roy Jones, and the list goes on.
Yeah, but
and from singers until Brenda Gilbert and all the names to the average everyday person.
What I loved about that interview is that his his publicist said that he don't do that. Like he doesn't do that. He don't come on and sing it. But he did a whole concert for me.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. So I was truly blessed and I was honored. So that one to me will forever stick out because we really had fun.
We had fun. You know, we was laughing, we was joking.
Dancing, we was laughing, you know, it was just, and I'm like, and this is the beginning stages of, you know, the swag. So it was definitely, you know, it was challenging.
It was challenging.
Trying to use it.
It was crazy because we normally got bios and we had it and we was all off script. Like none of the stuff we sent out to ask him, we never asked.
Right.
Like we just went on. We just felt like family members having a conversation. And it to me, it was an amazing experience. And I'm so happy that we launched our first season off with those type of artists.
I mean, you came out the gate. We came out the gate swinging, so it is definitely.
So we can't go. We can't
go down. No.
Definitely a blessing. I have to say, and after the publicist said all that, Tony, I wish we were able to record some of our behind the scenes conversation that we had with some of these artists. It will blow your mind. Right. Here's a part I really love because When I With You was one of my songs that I believe was one of my proposal songs. And to get him to tell the story. We was about to close with the reunion version or portion of The Stage Is Yours.
Yes.
1 year anniversary. Check out another little clip of Tony. I'm nervous. Am I nervous? Tony
I don't know.
My record company did not want to put With You out as a single. They did not want to do it. They thought it was a bad idea and that only Stevie Wonder could do a song like that. And I wasn't hearing it. And so when they put With You out, at the time radio would get serviced with vinyl, you know, LPs or even a 12-inch single. So in the 80s, you had 40 or 40 plus major labels, all who have new music coming out every week. And Monday is like music day at radio stations. So every Monday, 40 record labels that have about 20 records each that they want that particular radio station to play, who only has like 5 slots to play new songs.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a competition as to who's going to get added this week or who's not. And so my label didn't think that, which was Epic Records, didn't think that With You was a hit. So they sent it to radio with no information on it, pretty much a blank label.
Wow.
My name wasn't on it. And so, but they were told who it was, but there was no promotion. There was no setup. There was no video. There was nothing, because they were going to try to teach me a point. And then it started to happen organically. It wasn't even anything that they were doing because they were trying not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got a phone call from Anita Baker one day, who I didn't know at the time. And it was just by chance, because my management office had a receptionist and she wasn't at her desk. And I walked into the office just at the moment the phone started ringing. So I just answered it. And it was Anita Baker. And she was looking for me. And I was like, well, I didn't believe it was Anita Baker, but I'll play along. And so she told me that she heard my song the night before on I don't know how old you guys are, but the Party Machine that used to come on after Arsenio, which I had done already. Then she had watched the show, and she said it woke her up, and it was one of the most beautiful songs she ever heard. And so she was just calling to see why there hadn't been more activity, or why, what's going on. I haven't seen a video, what's happening. And I still didn't believe I was talking to her. Like I know who Anita Baker is, but I don't know her at that time.
Right.
So she says, I'm gonna send you $50,000. I'm gonna need you to shoot a video. I'm gonna call my friend Blair Underwood to direct, and I'm gonna give you my publicist, and I'm gonna do this and that. And I was like, well, why? Really, why? And then what do you want in return? She was like, no, I think it's a beautiful song, and the world should hear it, and I just want you to blow up.
That's
so
amazing.
That was that. So she sent me a check for $50,000, and we shot the video for With You.
Wow.
And then, of course,
You.
Yeah. And then the song just started organically living and growing and getting bigger and bigger. And then, of course, the record company was like, we knew this was a hit from the very beginning. We knew we have a brilliant artist. But I was like,
But thank you so much for the song. Thank you for not listening to them, because you could have just went along with what they said, but you went against the grain. So thank you.
I knew better.
See, I told you that's why he's my favorite artist.
Okay. Next question. Did we ask him a question yet?
I know.
Not know what, lady.
I think he was hating on me though.
That's why he's my favorite artist.
He is my favorite artist. So.
An amazing story and testimony
that
of how that song came about.
Yeah.
He picked up the phone at the receptionist's desk, and it was the legendary Anita Baker.
I still think that's a lot of nerve to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone.
Tone was like, look, I'm gonna pick up this phone.
Ain't nobody here. I'm gonna answer
this phone. And just playing around probably. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
And we had some time. We had some fun. We had some real good times. And I'm looking forward to the new. I mean, the new season already kicked off. Big Les came back, showed us some love. We got Karen Parsons. She's cousin Hillary that will be on next Thursday.
Yes.
Y'all may know her as cousin Beautiful Hillary. You nerdy or ear she has a nonprofit organization called Sweet Blackberry. I'm telling you, when you get on, we're gonna have us a telethon kind of, because we want y'all to support our organization, Sweet Blackberry. So if you're listening to us now, I want you to go find it. I want you to go and begin to be a supporter. And I want you to come up here and I want you to ask her some questions, because this amazing actress, writer has this organization. I'm telling you, lady, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
She'll be on the 11th, that's next Thursday. And then that Friday, talking sports and entertainment, we have Do It All from the legendary hip hop group Lords of the Underground.
Okay.
He's running for councilman in Newark, New Jersey. And so he's campaigning with the governor of New Jersey right now, with the mayor of Newark, New Jersey right now. So Do It All. Lords of the Underground from Newark. Yeah, is Dupree. Kelly is his government, but he'll be on joining us. And then on that episode, I'm thinking following week, we have an amazing surprise guest that I'm working on right now, lady. It's gonna blow your mind. So please follow us on all social media outlets, the Swag Media Network.
Yes.
We got an app. You can just go download the app. You can follow us here on the Swag Media Network on Facebook. You can follow Lady D, Deborah Smith McIntyre, Prince Creed McIntyre, or you can follow us on Facebook here, the Swag Media Network.
Yeah.
On Instagram at _swag in the morning. It's world famous Swag in the morning. And we just had some fun with y'all, recapping, reversing, remembering, resetting, releasing, reunion.
Yes, this is the way we're going to kick off season number 2 of the Swag in the Morning. And we thank y'all for hanging out with us. So we're going to say until next time, y'all go and cop these books.
Cop these books.
And be ready to talk about it. Also, as he said, continue to follow us and see what we got going on and tell us what you got going on so we can shout you out.
Shout out to all the authors, Kim Griffin, Mr. William Griffin, Trinae. Y'all got to check her out. I love what she's doing. We out of here. Check out Big Fella's Tracks is scored by my brother Tracy, Big Fella Vaughn. You can look him up on all social media and outlets. And we out of here. We love y'all.